Hello, and welcome back to OPR's Tuesday Topics. Bradley Gasawski here with Central Washington University's Outdoor Pursuits and Rentals. Today we are going to take a look at some free mapping software that you have access to online. Super slick stuff. It's just going to be a basic intro. I could spend hours going through this software, but wanted to just give you something that you can use to plan your next outdoor adventure, whether you're hiking, biking, or doing some mountaineering endeavor. Okay, let's go ahead and switch over. My computer, pull up any web browser search engine that you want, type in Caltopo, hit enter, and then click on this. This is a mapping tool. It's an online resource. It's free. It's super slick. And let's just go straight to Ellensburg. There's Ellensburg. And I want to point out some things that you see on the screen. First, upper right, there's this white box with numbers that change. That's the latitude and longitude of where the cursor is on the map, as well as the elevation. It gives you the elevation of where the cursor is. Over here, you can select different options for the map. And here you have a few more options that you can choose from. Over here, you can log in with any account. This is free. You can create an account. It's still free. You can pay for the software, and it gives you access to more features. You can save more maps, etc., etc. Up here is how you would access the main website and the help database area. Lots of great information on how to use this software. Then over here, there's some preset layers, and these are pretty popular layers with folks. And you can click on those and select those. Basically, it changes how the map looks. So there's a map builder tool. But first, let's get out of Ellensburg and let's go somewhere. Let's say we're gonna do a hike to Lake Ingalls, and we can use this software to get to that area. If we first have to correct the autocorrect, but then we can pull up the Lake Ingalls area. You see Lake Ingalls here, the hiking trail in red, and then the parking area down here. Surrounding peaks, valleys, creeks, etc. are all visible on this map. The 7.5-minute topo is another feature, and the Forest Service map is my personal favorite. It's just a little bit cleaner for my eyes. And I also want to point out over here we have the shaded relief selected, and we can change this one of two ways. We can take this blue dot and move it, and you see it shades everything even more pronounced or less. If we go to 0, it looks like a regular two-dimensional topo map. But if we take this up to around, let's just go right to 25. All right, then 25% of this map, it's 25% shaded relief, which does help make a lot of the things on this map pop. It makes it look a little more three-dimensional. It's a little easier to see drainages or ridges, peaks. Just things on the map just stand out a little bit more than they normally would. You can see the Stewart Range and their peaks over here. All right, so if we're gonna take this and we want to create a map so that when we go there, let's say we're gonna go there this weekend. Now, it's difficult to get there right now because there's a fair bit of snow. You'd have to ski, snowshoe, post hole for miles down a snow-covered Forest Service road till you get to the trailhead, and then it's another several miles to get to Lake Ingalls itself. One nice feature about this is if I zoom in here, I can right-click and I can measure distance, and I can measure, if I want to know how far it is to Ingalls Lake from the trailhead. If it lets me, All right, it's not cooperating the way I want it to. Nonetheless, we'll keep working with it. Come back here to the trailhead and then click the I'm done button. It gives me a distance of just over 4 miles to the lake, which is really, really nice. Now, if you want, you could draw a line, start it from here, and let's go all the way to Ingalls Lake. Right there, we'll finish the line. So the line is there. Now, if we come back and click on that line, we can look at the profile. So this is what we're doing from an elevation point of view. So as you're down here and you move this thing across the profile, we'll scoot it over so you can get there. You see there's the red dot that moves on the trail. So where you are on the profile it gives you a corresponding location on the map. And so let's say we want to get that out of the way and we want to zoom out a little bit. The profile's still there. Come back here. We can see where it's just a steady climb all the way to the pass. And then it's a little bit of down and a little bit of up, and then we're at Ingalls Lake. So that's a really nice feature. I'm going to go ahead and leave that on there, that red line. Because we're going to print this map here shortly, and that red line will be on the map. It might be a little bit darker because I don't have access to a color printer, but I'm going to print in grayscale, but it should be a little bit darker, that trail. A couple of quick side notes before we print. You can upload GPX from a GPS, so a GPX file. You can also export those different files. Here's another way to measure some things. There's print, change some configuration settings. You can turn on and off the UTM grid. Let's see, upgrade choices. Obviously, you can do a search feature there. Let's go right into printing a PDF or a JPEG. Now, we are going to print a PDF. I prefer working with those than I do JPEG. See this red box? If I grab that red dot that's in the middle of the red box, I can move that red box. I have 8.5 by 11 I'm going to print to. You can choose a number of different scales. Let's zoom out just a tad. I'm going to choose 1 to 25,000 because that corresponds with my compass. And I'm going to reposition this so that I have Lake Ingalls in here, the trail's in here, trailhead. I have a little bit of information on this side that I can look at, and a little bit of the Stewart Range on this map as well. I could come over here and add another map. Added this map. And if I change that to landscape, it's going to rotate that, and then I can get more of the Stewart Range, but because I like to have my location of where I'm going to be at when I'm looking at things on the map, I'm going to move it so that Lake Ingalls is on this map as well. Now, because this is going to take, there's 2 maps it's going to create, it's going to take a few minutes to do this. So I'm actually going to come down here for the purposes of this demonstration and delete that map, that red box, that second red box I added. Now, we're going to call this Lake Ingalls Hike. Pretty easy. And I can select a few other things here. If I want, I can keep it for 7 days, or I can keep it for longer. I can keep it for longer if I'm paying for the software, but I'm not paying for the software, so it's only going to keep it for 7 days. And so let's generate a PDF. Oh, up here, I can select PDF or JPEG. I want to use a PDF. It's easier for me to work with a PDF. Now it's opening up another tab. It's compiling all that data and information into one user-friendly map. And here we go. All right, here is the map. I can zoom in on the map. I can zoom out on the map. And this is the printable area of the map that I've chosen. You can see Mount Stewart's over here, Lake Ingalls, Ingalls Peak. The red line is the hiking trail that I want to take from the trailhead down here. Down in the bottom, we have a legend. Well, not really a legend, but a scale. We have the name of our hike, and we have the true north arrow, and the magnetic north arrow, and the declination that's there. All right, so here I can select this to download it to my computer, or I can do, depending on your web browser, you might be able to do a right click and a print from there. I am using Safari and it's not going to let me do that. But from here, I can save it as a file and print it. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can just see, there we go. That's the majority of the map right there. If I want to go back into here, I can take this and I can rotate it to landscape. If I am really excited about getting the Stewart Range in there, I can print a map of the Stewart Range. Now, I like to have my location on the map. Here's Lake Ingalls, my location and what I'm looking at, because that'll help me triangulate my position and orient the map and all that jazz when I'm out in the field. But from here, I can just, again, generate PDF, pulls open another tab. It's compiling that information data, creating what it is that I'm going to print, and voila, there it is. The Stewart Range, part of the Stewart Range in its full glory there. And again, we have the scale down below, the magnetic north and true north arrows over here, and the name of my hike. You can see the trails in there for part of the map. So this pretty much sums up what you can do. It's a very basic tutorial on using Caltopo. There's tons of other things you can do with it. If you are a Strava user and you Strava your runs or your bikes or your skis or whatever, you can download a GPX from Strava and upload that into Caltopo if you want to have a location where you can track what you're doing or create a map that you want to print off for a friend because they want to go check out where you went. Anyway, there's tons of features in this software, and access to most of those features is free. And so that wraps up the Caltopo portion of our Tuesday topic today. Okay, hope you found that quick tutorial useful. Please leave comments below. Click the like button or the little heart button and let us know what we can do next time. Looking for suggestions, ideas, want to put something together that you're excited to see. Again, Bradley with Central Washington University's Outdoor Pursuits and Rentals. And thanks for watching, and go outside and adventure.